Crack the ceiling, then I pour up the lean. I'm feeling good today. Good today. I'm feeling good today. Good today. I'm feeling good today. Pack of wood and then I roll up the tree. I'm feeling good today. Good today. I'm feeling good today. Good today. I'm feeling good, 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 good. Crack the hen and then I pour it up. Then I drink it up, never throw it up. I'm feeling good today. Good today. I'm feeling good today. Good. Make the money, then I count it up. Then I wrap it up, gonna put it up. I'm feeling good today. Good. I'm feeling so damn good. Drink the medicine.
What's up, guys? Welcome back.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
So today we are doing another reaction video to a video that we saw on Facebook.
Yeah, I think it's a video that follows the topic that we did back about step parents, being a step parent, and we really would like to show people this video to kind of get it out there to feel people's opinion on it, and we definitely would like to give our opinion on it too.
So we're gonna watch the video, and we'll be back with our thoughts and comments.
All right, you ready? All right, let's go.
So, hi everybody. This is my 12-year-old son, stepson, Terrence Hines. Say hi to the camera, Terrence. Say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Tell the camera how old you are.
12.
How old are you?
12.
You're gonna have to speak up.
12.
And what were you doing today, Terrence? Tell the camera what you were doing today.
Smoking.
You was what?
Smoking.
You speak louder any other time.
I was smoking.
And tell the camera what grade you're in right now.
7.
And what grade you're going to? What grade are you going to?
7.
Oh, okay. Why is that? Is it because you're a straight F student? And you like to get high? Can't hear you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know how to cut hair, but we don't cut hair today. Terrence has a fresh cut. Got it today. Yes, he did. They're gonna come in the house high. I'm so sorry for my camera, you guys, but we're gonna get this together. That's what we're gonna do. Cause you know. Terrence will not have a hairline. Terrence ain't gonna have no hair. No. Look at that. Can you see it? I can't. Look at it. What we don't do is get high at 12. And what else we don't do is come in my house high. And what else we don't do is get all F's. Can you pass PE next semester? Will you pass PE next semester? Because that's what you're going to go to school looking like if you don't. Fresh haircut too. Did your daddy have to pay for that haircut? He had to pay for it? Oh, and his daddy had to pay for his haircut. I wonder who's gonna be more mad. You or your daddy? Come in my house high. Look at this back. You will be getting your haircut. Every time you get it cut, it's gonna come from me. I don't ever want your hairline to grow back. You'll never have one. You'll be looking like your grandpa. So this is what happens when you come in my house high. Look at the camera. This is what happens when you come in the house high. You look like this. You're going to go to school like this. And I'm going to redo it Monday, so you'll be fresh, okay? Not only that, Terrence going to get his ass whooped every day before and after school. Not only that, though, you ain't doing shit this whole motherfucking summer. Are you ready for these consequences? Because you haven't been given consequences since you've been staying here. But you're going to get them, and you're going to get this work. We don't do that no more. This, coming in here high, lying, bad grades, that's not what we're going to do no more. So tell the camera, that's not what I'm going to do no more. And make sure they can hear you.
That's not what I'm going to do no more.
What are you going to do? And?
Not come in the house high.
Not what?
Not come in the house
No,
high.
you're not going to smoke at 12 years old. You're not gonna post pictures of shit that's not yours. He ain't got no bands. How much money you got? How much you got? How much did you get today?
$5.
Where you get that money from?
My dad.
So what bands do you got? This is not Deucey Bands. His name is Terrence Zaki Hines, and he's 12 years old, in the 7th grade, going to the 7th grade. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So all that money he be posting, it ain't his.
Let me think my thoughts, Joe.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
My thoughts are that I feel like she was wrong for putting it on Facebook. Right? I feel like if she had done it at home, we wouldn't have knew. So
yeah, that's the first thing that went wrong. Like, I don't understand you putting. I understand the. Okay, so first of all, as a step parent, she definitely crossed the line. She went far beyond the scope of being a step parent. Even though it wasn't violent, right? Even though it wasn't violent, even though she didn't do anything to hurt him, she didn't do anything
to hurt him physically, but I think she hurt him.
Yeah, she used a lot of language
and emotionally.
Yeah, that was mentally damaging and stuff like that. And because of the way society is now, that's not acceptable. It's not acceptable, even though
he was wrong.
I understand where she was coming from when she did. But you know what? First and foremost, you are not the child's mother or father. He has a mother. He has a father. He actually left comments, and we got this off Facebook. So he actually left comments about the situation. Yeah, and she was wet. You see, I mean, just think to yourself. Just think to yourself if you was a mother. So even though your 12-year-old son was doing, and I'm not, if you watch the video, I'm not going to repeat what he was doing because that is just downright ridiculous, because we have a 12-year-old son and I couldn't imagine, even though I'm saying to myself I couldn't imagine, but when I was coming up at 12 years old, yeah, I mean, yeah, from where I'm from, and I'm not going to say that was the norm, but I seen it a lot, you know what I'm saying? Again, that's neither here nor there. If that was the father doing it, if that was the boy's father doing it, I could understand, right? Even though a lot of people wouldn't agree with what he did, right? He still would be wrong for posting it on social media. 100% does. I don't care. You're wrong for that, even though it was one of them situations where, half of the crowd is going to stand up and clap their hands, and the other crowd going to be like, damning him, he need to go to jail, But I was just saying, it's not the stepmother's place at all for that, at all. And me and Hannah was talking about doing, we was talking about doing, was watching it like, well, okay, let's say the stepfather was standing there in the video. He was there in the video while she was doing it. She still would be wrong, right? People would dog him harder than they dog her for standing there. If that was him doing it and she was there assisting, then she would get dogged way worse than he would get dogged. The best part for that situation was for her to let the father handle it. And then if he wasn't gonna handle it, if he wasn't gonna handle it like a man, it's still not true. You have to do something about it. You can't. I don't know.
Yeah, it's obviously something wrong because the mother sent him to live with his father and his stepmama. So obviously the boy is bad.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, a little bit of the backstory, like you said, they sent him to live with the father, right?
Yeah.
And whatever's going on.
And then she was saying how he's a straight up student and just a lot of stuff. So I understand that she was frustrated because who don't get frustrated with their children?
Yeah.
But she shouldn't have posted on Facebook for one, and for two, it wasn't her place to try to.
Yeah. The problem with the boy, that's a parenting problem. You know what I mean? That's a parenting issue. And I think it's almost how they say violence is not the answer to violence. You know what I'm saying? If someone is being violent with you, the answer is not to go get violent with them. You know what I mean? To retaliate. And I think that's what she did as a parent. It was bad parenting that brought him to that situation, and you just exhibited more bad parenting to try to fix the problem, and that's not gonna work. I understand it's a horrible situation, and I do understand that you have to do something to try to, but again,
putting him on Facebook Live and belittling him the way she did, that ain't make this. That ain't do nothing, but probably damage his self-esteem more.
But you know what? It might not damage nothing. He might not. But even care. Well, I take that back. Yeah, because
his parents, kids are really mean, and she sent him to school like that.
I did. It was a post on there that the father said that he tried to fix the boy's head, and then she go mess it up again and send him to school. Yeah. So she was determined to stick with it. Yeah. To send him to school like that.
That's very damaging to his self-esteem.
Yeah. I mean,
kids are really mean. We going through the whole bully thing right now. So that's not cool.
And if he was an F student, doing this is not gonna make him an A student.
Exactly.
It's gonna make him a dropout. It's gonna make him forget school altogether. Again, I know it's a hard situation. It's a rough situation to be in. I wasn't the best child growing up. I wasn't the best child. I was okay. But as I got older, I'm not going to say little, but as I got older, 15, 16, 17.
It was worse.
Yeah, I was way worse.
And I was a wonderful child, and I was a wonderful teenager and a wonderful adult.
So I can kind of understand me being a parent, me understanding both sides. So being a parent, I do understand, you ready to crucify your child. You ready to crucify your child for doing stuff like that. And it's like, what can you do? And it's over the top. But now that I'm older, and I mean, I have a grandchild, it's like you have to be more patient, and you have to be understanding enough. Even though it's a bad situation, you have to be understanding enough to try to talk to him, to try to figure out what's the root of the problem. What's the root of the problem? And to get to that point, the root of the problem is bad parenting. I'm sorry to say it. I know every parent ain't a bad parent, but it's bad parenting. And what I mean by bad parenting is it takes a village to raise a child. So imagine when you try to raise a child by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking. But
that's why the mom sent him to live with his father, because obviously she couldn't do it. Yeah, she couldn't do it.
But a child needs a father and a mother. I don't care what anybody say. You can raise a child as a single parent. It's a hard job, and it can be done, and your child could come out to be the best in the world. But you know what? If you want to really balance your child, you need a father and a mother. I understand some people are not blessed with that situation in the household. I wasn't blessed with that situation. But you have to, you know, for a child to really come out balanced. If you just say, okay, live with your father, and then, or just, hey, just live with your mother, you're going to be lacking on one end. So I'm not saying that you're necessarily a bad parent. It's a product of bad parenting. You know what I'm saying? It's situational parenting, which is not good. You know what I'm saying? So again, the stepmother was out of place. The stepmother was totally wrong for doing that. She was wrong for putting him on social media. She was wrong for putting all his business out there, his name, his everything. She was wrong. She was wrong for sending him to school looking like George Jefferson. You know, she was wrong for that. She was absolutely wrong. And if it was his mother, she would get more leeway, but she would be wrong.
She would be wrong.
She'd be wrong. If it was the father, he'd be wrong. But the stepmama, you are wrong to the 10th power, because it's not even your place. You know what I mean? It's not even your place. You treat my child like that, and tomorrow we break up. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't your place. It's not your place for that. If anything, if you was gonna do something, we was gonna discuss it. And don't get me wrong, maybe she discussed it with him. Maybe she said, okay, this is whatever, I'm gonna do this, that, and that. Maybe he said, cool. Maybe he one of them men that said, hey, handle it, right? And let her handle it.
But she still put it on social media.
She should have been smart enough to know better than that.
Yeah, she could.
To let that go. I mean, because again, everything is so sensitive right now. She could have woke up the next day, didn't have a job. You know what I'm saying? Somebody from somewhere got a hold of it, and it went to this person and that person and that person, and get around to your job, and now you fight.
That's mental abuse. That's that's mental
child abuse. It's child abuse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In any way, shape, or form you want to put it, I mean, it's child abuse. It's not physical child abuse, but I mean, again, it's bogus, and she's out of place. So if you're that step parent, please don't do it. Please, try to figure out another way. Or if you can't figure out another way, don't pick up a camera. You know what I mean? Don't pick up a camera.
A stepmother or father has to discipline the child, Joe, at some point. Some point they're gonna have to say, no, Susie or Karen, this is not right.
I'm sorry. I don't know how old the stepmother is, but I would figure if you put it on social media, and by looking at her, she looks like somebody that potentially knows about social media. You should have seen this whole story play out thousands of times, because we've seen these type of stories play out on social media all the time, and it never ends well. And she turned around and did the exact same thing to this little boy. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, like I said, you need to have a serious talk. You need to talk with him. You need to talk with the father. You need to get you and the father together. You need to get you, the mother, and the father together. You need to get you, the mother, the father, a priest, a grandmama, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget Jesus. Get Jesus involved too. I promise you, get every single person you can involved in a situation like that. Like I said, bottom line, and I'm done after this, it takes a village to raise a child. So you get everybody involved, because what happens is, as a parent, your first reaction will always be emotional. I know, I do it all the time.
Yeah, she was very emotional.
It's emotional.
Because you could tell that she was upset. Like, you've been doing this and this and that, and now so you could tell that she was really acting up emotions.
Yeah. And I will say this 110%. out of 100 times, when your first response is emotional, your first response will be the wrong response. Every time. It will be every time. Once it's emotional, it's going to be the wrong response. So no one says you can't have an emotional response. No one said that. What I'm saying is just know when you have that response that it won't be the correct one. So the next one, after you stop and you think about it, you know what I mean? You think about it. You know, that first response where you got his shirt around his neck, you know, that's the wrong response. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take a chill pill and look at let cooler heads prevail. You know, talk to other people, get people involved, get opinions, get your mind working, get your mind spinning, and then you'll have the best outcome. Now, this might not fix the problem.
But at least
I might not know how to fix it.
But the child won't be hurt, or you won't be in jail.
But you won't, and you won't make the problem worse.
Yeah.
And let's clear that up. You won't make the problem worse. The problem can get worse, but at least you would know that it didn't get worse because of you. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
And like I said, if anything, I'm more mad at the father. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad at the father because one, you either...
But you know, you don't even know. That man could have told her, don't do that.
No. Because again, he had responses afterwards.
He did, but he could also told her to take the video down. And she wouldn't, or she didn't, or whatever. You know, we don't know.
Fair enough. You right. So I can't, you right about that. So you can't really go after him like that. I still kind of want to go after him because again, you let the stepmother go over the top.
But did he let her though? Did he let her?
Okay, you're right. You can't control what somebody else does.
Yeah, we don't know what happened. We don't know. We don't know what happened.
You right.
So
my bad. Let's just stick to, like we said, she was beyond wrong. She was beyond wrong, and he said after the situation, she continued to do whatever, right? Okay, I'm not about to be with you. I ain't got time for that. I don't care who you are, how famous you are, or what you look like. You know what I'm saying? How pretty you are, how much money you got, how much fame you got. I'm not about to be with you when it comes to my child. I mean, he could be wrong or bogus, but you supposed to be an adult in the situation.
Alright, you guys, so that's the end of the video. Make sure y'all let us know your opinion and thoughts on this topic here. Yeah,
this is one of them topics where, I mean, we could sit here probably in front of the camera and go back and forth for the next hour, but, you know, it's food for thought, man. It's food for thought.
Yeah. Make sure you guys subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Drink the medicine and spit the flu. Pour up yellow, same color Pikachu. Get a tussin', got a nigga bustin'. Pour a whole pint in a bowl of fruit. Then let it soak in with the vodka. Pour a line in a pina colada. By the end of the day, I done emptied the bottle. I'm coolin' the crew.